All right, welcome to the Straight Red Card. Today, on this segment, which today is the same today we did the last segment. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your Uncle Greg, one of the Gregs with just one G, and that'll be a good start.
How the hell do you spell Greg with one G?
It's kind of how it used to be spelled, Brett.
There's at least two G's in Greg.
Well, there are two T's in Brett as well.
I know, but it's Greg, not Gregg. So there's two G's in Greg.
I know it's unnecessary. Really, it is. His parents.
You're missing my point.
What?
There's a G at the beginning of his name. There's a G at the end of his name. There's always going to be two G's in Greg.
Oh, okay. Well, this is three G's.
There you go.
But it was a redundant G. Can we be fair? I mean, even your T is redundant at the end. So that's just how some names work. By the way,
what's really strange is whenever people see my name and they say Greg. That's weird. Well, I've been called Greg before.
I've done it to you twice, at least on the show. Well,
that's because you got Greg on your mind.
Yeah, I do. I have Greg on my mind, and I can't get it off. Oh, that's a horrible thing to say. Strike that from the comment, please. And by the way, for the guy that said that our last show was defamation, that's not defamation. Read the headline of the show. Read what it says. It says, and I quote, "Legit clashes with Greg? ? We never answer that question. We only say we have some sources we've heard from. You can either trust them or not. We don't actually say that Greg clashed with Legit. Plenty of reports that do say that. If you want to look them up, you can. But that, my friend, that ? means there is no defamation. And I look forward to a case being sent my way by Sebastian Legit. That means I might get to meet him.
He's a public figure. That would not. There's no way that would take a hold in court. No, it would never happen. Sorry.
Totally.
Us saying there was a clash is not defamation, anyways. But on top of that, it would never hold up because he's a public figure at this point.
And I only hope the poster that says that, and I won't name him, is joking. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping he is joking, but probably not. So anyhow, by the way, you know what? I'll save this for later. Another thing sprung on my head. I'm going to write it down. We're going to head to this topic, which is
put a pin in that one.
Where does Pepe go? There's all these rumors. You've seen them. Liverpool, Inter Milan. What? In your dreams.
Yeah, we couldn't get a striker that good.
I saw one report. No, you couldn't. I saw one report from Bavaria that said Wolfsburg's got a lock on him.
Yeah.
I saw that and I'm like, really? Man, that's pretty bold them saying that shit. But because I don't think they have a lock on him. But I know that Pepe's already requested the transfer. He's like, get me out of here.
Yeah.
So it's gonna happen.
I mean, the transfer's coming. The transfer fee's coming. FC Dallas will take it. Yeah, I think this is just more of a formality, in all honesty.
How much do you think they're going to get for him? That's my question. Because I mean, DK.
I'm horrible at figuring this shit out, so I have no idea.
All right, well, we'll use DK as an example. DK and Orlando wanted 12 mil. I think Pepe's at least worth 12 mil, and I think
he's young and talented. Yeah, it's possible.
That's a steal if you're Wolfsburg. If you're Bayern Munich, I'm not sure why you dropped out so easy. But I'm glad he's not going to Bayern Munich, because guess what? He'd be like sent to Bayern too, and he wouldn't play.
Yeah.
He wouldn't play for the big boys. So, and the same thing goes for Liverpool people. I know there are a lot of Liverpool fans that are like, oh yeah, Pepe to Liverpool. That would be a horrible move for Pepe. Horrible. Who are you taking out to put Pepe in Liverpool?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think some of the more interesting ones would have been Ajax when they're in the run. They still are. I haven't really outside of let's see, what does it say? Confirm that Dallas has agreed to personal terms with Wolfsburg.
Yeah,
this is Roger Gonzalez.
Okay,
so it's possible. I think Ajax, and another one that was interesting was Dortmund as a possibility, because I came across another article while we were talking about the Yanks abroad, and it was Tuchel's bringing up the interest of bringing over Holland in the January window.
I mean, then you got to get rid of somebody because there's no way you're going to have Havertz, Werner, Lukaku. And no, I just don't see him going to Chelsea. I don't
disagree with that. Well, I'm just saying Tuchel's bringing it up. Haaland's 1 foot out the door anyways. I mean, he's still busted his butt for Dortmund and everything like that, but he's definitely going to be out. So I'm just saying they're gonna have to find some other young wonder kid, and not saying that Pepe's necessarily a wonder kid that can fill the boots of Haaland at this point, but it's possible that they could be looking at that.
Haaland might be one of the best center forwards that ever played by the time his career is over. I mean, seriously. So, yeah. I mean, if he goes to Dortmund, Pepe, it should be after Haaland leaves. And I don't know if Haaland's leaving this next window. I think he's playing out this season.
It wouldn't, but it wouldn't be such a bad thing for him to go to Dortmund in January, get adjusted, trained with the team, develop, and then Haaland's gone in the summer, and then Pepe jumps in. I'm not saying there are other players that are going to be competing for that spot too, but I mean that wouldn't be a bad thing in all honesty.
Yeah, but I mean you get 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there at the end of games that are blowouts. Yeah, I mean wouldn't be horrible, but I have heard absolutely zero interest from Dortmund in Pepe so far. I mean, it's been Wolfsburg and Bayern the whole time. So far, the German ones I've heard. There's other teams I wish were interested in him. I think the other thing for Wolfsburg is they're going to lose their forward. Weghorst, he's gone at this window because the season is going downhill for Wolfsburg. Might as well sell their best, forward and get a lot of money for him during the window. Of course, if he doesn't play well until the window, maybe the price goes down for their forward. So, but if he leaves, that leaves a little bit of window and hope for Pepe to play there. We heard the Ajax thing. Again, the thing with Ajax, though, is you look at their record. They like to bring in their old strikers that used to play for Ajax, then went somewhere else in, let's say, England, then came back. And now they're 32, and they start those old guys at center forward. If you're a midfielder, a young midfielder, you might get a shot at Ajax, but I don't think at forward. They like to play old dudes in the back and old dudes in the front and play the young guys in the middle.
Run the young guys to death.
Exactly. So I don't think that would be a good move. And Inter Milan, no way. I mean, listen, we always say this. Just because teams are, quote, keeping tabs on a player or scouting a player or have made an inquiry about a player, it means nothing, folks. Do not trust some of these reports. Don't trust them until, there's actual so-and-so showed up at the airport in Germany. Oh, and then the limousine took him to the Wolfsburg headquarters. Now it's time to talk about, okay, this is looking serious. This is going to get done. So, okay, I think that's it for Pepe, right?
Yeah, I mean, until something more substance comes out, we can only suspect at this point.
Yeah, exactly. So. Hey, by the way, what's the Squid Game thing everybody's talking about? What is?
It's a series on Netflix.
I know that, but
I haven't watched it. Basically, a bunch of people get brought in to perform in this game for various reasons, whether it's monetary, whether it's to get out of prison or do all sorts of stuff. But they get brought into this game and they have to compete in order to survive. I mean, this is a battle to the death. They're unaware of this, of course. And the entire show is basically examining human psyche and how people screw people over to get ahead or to survive in this situation. But it was a brainchild of the director, the guy who created it, for over 10 years. And apparently overnight they're coming out with a sequel to it. So I'm not sure how that's going to turn out, but it's crazy. If anybody's actually seen it and my description was absolute shit, just understand that I have never actually seen the show yet. This is basically me going off of what I've read and what I've seen a little bit of, so I don't know enough about it.
What I have read and seen is that there are lots of these people and they live in South Korea. And so from what I've read, all of the guys that end up playing in this game, right, are like financially strapped or need money right away or whatever. And instead of betting on horses, like most fuckers do, they're betting their lives on winning this game. And if you win the game, you win like all this fucking money. But if you don't win the game, you die. The premise of that sounds stupid to me, but I'm sure it's a great series.
I'm pretty sure that, again, I think the main character who has gone into gambling issues and is quite a bit in debt was approached and said, "Hey, if you play this game, we'll cover your bets or your debt or whatever. Maybe you'll make X amount of money." But again, he's not sure what the game is, and all of a sudden he agrees and he goes to it and finds out that he's in the Saw version of Running Man, or I guess it basically is Running Man.
It's kind of Hunger Game, but with like a weird twist. Like, because if I had lots of gambling debts and like there was like people coming after me, I'd just move. I just move away. I'd move to a city where they couldn't find me, and I get a job as a line chef or
working for Peter North, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, whatever I would do to make money, I would make money and live in a small apartment, like a hole-in-the-wall apartment or whatever. But I sure as fuck wouldn't join this game. Surely there are better options than putting your life on the line. Anyhow,
well, and again, I don't think anybody knows that you're putting your life on the line. They just assume that it's a game, and then you go there, and then all of a sudden you're stuck in it because you can't escape it. You have to just play the game out.
I think I would have asked that question before I signed the papers. I would have said, "Hey, let's
just say if you get that far deep into gambling debt, you're probably not overly concerned about the fine print."
Yeah, but you might be concerned about dying. I would have said, put my hand up and said, "Does the game involve me possibly dying?" And they would have said, "Yes, it does." I'd say, "Okay, fuck that."
No. What would have happened is it would have been like, no, don't worry, man, you're fine. No chance. And you're like, okay. And then you find out there's a chance you're going to die. Nobody's going to tell you, yeah, there's a chance of you dying.
Well,
it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
I guess we need to do more research on this show.
I'm actually planning on sitting down and watching it. So
it sounds like a stupid copy of Hunger Games that now everybody's dumber and they're all into these.
Okay, let's also phrase that the breakdown of what you even broke down is not even close to a description of what Hunger Games is. Hunger Games has an entire storyline behind why there's this game, quote unquote game, if you will.
Well, I can't make fun of anybody, Brett. I watched the whole Picard series. Okay. What does that say? So yeah, you can get sucked for
punishment.
You can get sucked into anything. All right, we're going to come back with a final segment where we give you Greg Berhalter's picks for the next November window, and as well what we would do differently. All right, make sure you like, subscribe, share it with the local pet shop guy or gal. Just send them a random email, look up pet shop, and then get their email and just hey, watch this show. See what happens. You just never know. People who like animals like our show. So there you go.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell too.
Bing. All right. Until the next time. Cheers.